right. Good morning, everybody. Wednesday, 5:26 in the morning. Got here I think 1 minute earlier than I did yesterday or something. Maybe a couple more minutes, but 2 minutes. But that's okay. We're still here earlier than we expected, which is good. I did have to slow down in the morning because I had to get my I forgot to get it set up last night or mix it last night and then have it ready for me to just take up and walk out the door. But that's okay. So what I want to talk about today, I just had a great idea of what I wanted to talk about. So this is okay. All right. So this is for anybody who you want to wake up from that daily monotony, that 9 to 5, that I'm gonna just do what everybody else has been doing, and I'm just gonna be a slave to this idea that it has to be the way that everybody says it has to be, right? And that's okay if that's what you want to do. I mean, go for it by all means, but I would say always make an informed decision. So let me explain it in ways that might make sense to hopefully anybody watching, or to just pretty much anybody watching. I'll hopefully can explain it in a way that makes sense. So let me put it to you like this. I was listening to Drake right now, and this is kind of where I got the idea. Because I was thinking about other rap songs, and I was what other rap songs are they kind of rapping about their success story, or a lot of rapping is their success story. It's their path that they took to reaching success. And I was what do they all have in common? And I was well, they got a bunch of, they talk about money, girls, nice cars, and big houses. And I was okay, well, that's cool and dandy, right? But with, big chains, big watches, expensive, just everything expensive. And I was okay, yeah, that's cool, whatever. But that's not what got them, famous. It's not what got them wealthy. That's the wealth that they gained after whatever they did to get there. So I was all right, well, what do they all have in common? So I'm listening to the lyrics, and I'm just oh, it's sacrifice. Oh, it's every single song that any rapper is talking about, how they got to where they are today. It's the fact that they gave up on everything else and focused on one thing. All they cared about was one thing. The only thing in their life that they would make sacrifices for was that one thing that they were trying to achieve, that one thing that they were trying to get to. They talk about staying up late. They talk about hustling. They talk about having no money, being paycheck to paycheck, being broke, being in debt. They talk about having no friends, losing family, having everybody talk bad about them. They talk about all those things that everybody who's successful talks about. Everybody. They talk about the exact same things. And it doesn't have to be rappers, entrepreneurs, anybody who was successful at focusing on one thing, regardless of what everybody said, regardless of how many people believed them or not, regardless of who made fun of them or not, regardless of who supported them or not, regardless of whatever outside factors there were, they were there working their butt off for whatever it was that they wanted. So if there's any takeaway from that, I'm sure whoever watches this is probably watching, or not watching, but listening to music like that, and it's not just rap, I listen to other genres, like metal. They always are talking about how they gained their success, or what the things that they had to sacrifice. I listen to pop music, that they're, again, same thing. It doesn't really matter what genre you go to, or even what job you go to, in terms of people that are doing what they love. They all had the same thing in common. They made sacrifices. They did what had to be done to get to where they want to be. And I'm here to tell you right now, you got to do what has to get done to get to where you want to be, regardless of whatever anybody says. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it really does. At the end of the day, are you going to be happy with your life, you know, when you're sitting on your deathbed going, oh man, you know, I'm so happy I listened to what everybody else told me, and I'm so happy that, you know, I just stayed in my comfort zone, you know, and I was lazy, and I stayed in bed all the time, and I would skip work, and I wouldn't study, and, you know, I just did all these things that really didn't get me anywhere in life. But, you know, I'm just happy with that. I'm good with the life I was given. No, absolutely not. I think, you know, the majority of people would be happy knowing that, you know what? I woke up every day with a burning fire in my stomach to want to go after whatever it is I want, to work hard, to put in the time, the grind, make the right connections, talk to the right people, study the right material, and just get closer and closer each day to that end goal. I think you know, if you're watching this, chances are you're going to be happier at the end of the day knowing that you did that, putting in 110% effort for whatever it is that you wanted, you know. And I'm not saying like everybody should, you know, leave their 9-to-5 and start a business or something. Actually, first off, if you're going to leave the 9-to-5, you have to first join it first. That's how it works. You got to make money somehow. If you're able to start making money outside of the 9-to-5 and you're able to support yourself without using it, then definitely do that. I mean, even if like you're in a situation where like maybe you're still living at home, but you're able to support yourself while there, and you're on your way to being able to support yourself by living on your own. If you're able to do that, even better. Like you're just, you know, another step ahead of other people. But Eminem just came on. You know, Eminem also talks about the struggles that he went through, the sacrifices that he had to put up with. And look, everybody starts somewhere. Some people, you know, I'm not saying you have to start off, you know, in the ghetto with like, you know, one parent and you know, and like I'm not saying that you have to start off in like the biggest struggle possible. No, absolutely not. No, what I am saying though is you have to, like, wherever you're at in life, that's where you start. Wherever you're at, you analyze what it is that you want to do. All right, like oh, okay, I want to, you know, start a business. Okay, what business ideas do you have? Are you good at making business ideas? You know, are you good at coming up with them? You know, I think eventually anybody can really come up with a business idea. Is it something that already exists? Is it something that is going to help people? Is it something that's going to be like revolutionary? What is it? You know? All right, once you got that down, check, you're good, you know? Then you go, all right, what are my resources? What are my assets? Look at your assets. What do you have that you can contribute to this business that you want to start? Chances are, I'm gonna be honest, like 9 times out of 10, if you want to start a business, if you have a laptop, like a decent laptop, something that is, you know, relatively new within the last 3 years, and it was at least like, you know, maybe like $800 to $1,000 when you've bought it like brand new, I'd say like your chances are that's all you need is just that laptop, you know, just the laptop. And you know what? It also doesn't look your business idea. Just I'm gonna give you an example. If you want to be, let's say, a real estate agent, and that's your number one top priority, right? But you need to get your license, and you need training, and you know, maybe you do a mentorship or something, and there's a lot of steps, and as well as maybe you want to be selling your own properties as well. So you're gonna need to have money to buy those properties. So what are you gonna need to do? Well, you're at least gonna need a part-time job, right? So you're gonna have to join that 9-to-5 before you can do the job that you love, right? And then maybe you'll even have to do a side hustle or a side job, you know, something for yourself. Start a smaller business. So maybe you know, do something online, you know, that, like, I know a lot of people that do things online, and you look, sometimes your first job business that you start isn't the one that you want to start, but I'll tell you why that is. So you do that because that's going to build the foundation or build you the wealth necessary to start your real business, right? So maybe it's something that you could build up for a couple years and then you sell it, or maybe it's something that you could build up for a couple years and then, you know, you've saved up enough money so then you can just scrap that business idea, you know, throw it away and start on your new one, or start on your new one while maintaining that one in case the new business, you know, for some reason you just can't get it up off of its feet, you know? So yeah, I mean, it's really just kind of thinking through the process. That's another thing. You gotta see the picture, the bigger picture. You gotta see what it is that you want. And I don't mean like, oh, like I thought about it. I want a big, you know, $5 million mansion. No, that's not what I mean. That you gotta understand that. You gotta be looking. You gotta be able to like visualize every step of the way. You gotta be able to visualize like, oh, okay, so after I'm done doing this is the next step. Or while I'm doing this, I'm also doing that. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm building that up so that when the next step comes, I have this prepared. It's you gotta have like that mindset of everything is structured, everything has its course, its plan, and you gotta stick to the plan. You've gotta just stay focused. And I just realized it. I'm like quoting like a song right now. But yeah, essentially the song, again, it was a rap song, and it's like stick to the plan, stay focused. But yeah, like I think it's this song. Yeah. Anyways, you cannot be like all like willy-nilly with things. You gotta like focus, you know? Like if it's something you want, you gotta focus. Like think about it all day. Go to sleep and think about it. Dream about it. You know? Every day, every moment you're awake, every moment you're alive, you should be like that. The fact that you don't have what you want should be like burning you inside. It should be like eating you alive. And you're just like, like I don't have it yet. I don't have what I want yet. What's the next step? What do I need to do? You know, like that's the kind of like fire you've got to have in you. That's the kind of rage, you know. Rage is one of the most powerful emotions that you could possibly have. And if you're able to take that and channel it and just like, you know, condense it and, you know, target it in the direction that you want to target it in, unstoppable, you know? Everybody has that. Everybody's unstoppable. But like, are you gonna realize that? Are you gonna like see that? Are you gonna see that, hey, I'm an unstoppable force? Like, let me put it towards something. Like, I don't know. That's how I see it. Like we talked about yesterday, everybody's a machine. Everybody is an absolute machine. Because if you think about it, think about it like this. When everybody's going to their 9-to-5s, la-di-da-di-da, until they're 60 years old, until they're, you know, until it's too late to really change anything about their life, right? Like, what did they do that whole time? They worked for somebody else. They stuck to a schedule that somebody else put them on, and they just did things that other people told them to do, right? If you can do what other people tell you to do, then you can do what you tell yourself to do. Like it's that simple. How are you gonna let somebody else tell you what to do and listen to that more than what you want what you're telling yourself to do? Like how, like think about it like this. You wake up in the morning because somebody else told you to, right? But on your weekends, when you say, you know what, I want to wake up early and go to the gym, you won't even do it. You won't even do what you tell yourself to do. Why? Because you've built bad credit with yourself. You've built better credit with by listening to other people and doing what other people tell you to do, when you've just neglected like your own like mentality. You've neglected your own like opinions. I mean, no wonder you don't feel motivated to do anything. No wonder you feel like, oh, I could never achieve anything. Oh, I just, you know, I don't have what it takes. Yes, you do. Everybody does. But not everybody like wakes themselves up from that. You have to literally like Neo in the Matrix, like wake yourself up, bro. Like that's literally how it works. you gotta you gotta like change that mindset. You gotta realize that a lot of the opinions and things that you think are not your opinions and what you think. It really isn't. And you gotta realize like, oh, you know, like, that's not my idea, that's not my opinion, this is my opinion, this is my idea. I realize it now, like, because now that I'm using critical thinking, I understand now. And like, yeah, you know, everybody tells you can't do it, you're not good enough, you don't have this, you don't have that, yapping. Nobody's doing anything. All they're doing is yapping. All they can do is yap. But what you can do is you can, you know, focus it up, turn off your ears, listen to your brain, you know, and start doing what it is you want to do. Proceed, you know. To anybody watching, if you're somebody who feels like they're not enough, who feels like, oh, they got to get other things in check or whatever, or you're just listening to other people too much here, then listen to me. If you're somebody who listens to other people that are giving you bad, negative advice, keep listening to people, but just change the people that you listen to. So what I want you to do is stop listening to those other people, but listen to this guy. Listen to this guy instead of those other people. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm gonna sit here telling you that you're important, whatever you want to achieve, you can achieve, and you do have the mindset and the drive and the passion and the willpower to get whatever you want. You do. You absolutely do. But you're not going to get it by talking and listening to other people that are telling you can't, right? Because that's just how it is. You tell somebody, oh, I had this really cool idea, and then they're like, oh, but is it really that cool? Or but like, do you think you could actually do that? Like, they always question you. Like, why are they questioning you? Like, shut up. Like, I don't see you coming up with ideas. Like, that's, you know, if you tell somebody a great idea of something that, you know, you want to do, or something that you find enjoyment in, or that you want, maybe even want to make your life's passion, and they just question you and they make it seem like you're kind of an idiot, then they're the idiots, you know? You're over here coming up with ideas, and you're not doing anything about them. Why? Because you're listening to other people. So listen to me, and I'll tell you, go out there and do it. You know, go out there and study it. Go out there, find what it is you want to do. Like, and again, if you want to follow like the path that everybody says, I mean, okay, then that's, if you consciously make that decision and you're like, that's what I want to do, perfect, even better, continue, do that path. That path is the most, you know, taken path. Chances are that's like the most taken path. So you have plenty of resources to figure out, you know, the next step, how to like get over certain obstacles. So in one sense, that's not a bad path to take. You know, sometimes taking the path that everybody else has taken isn't bad, and that's exactly why, because it's been taken so many times. Practically every solution or every problem that comes up, there's a solution for, and you could just ask somebody and then they'll know. Like, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, but anyways, that's it for, I think, for the, like, what I wanted to talk about this morning. You know, just recognize that those people that maybe there are people that you listen to that you want to be like, because they are successful and they have achieved something that you want to achieve as well. Listen to their story, follow their story. And I don't mean their Instagram story and Snapchat story. No, that's not what I mean. That's wasting your time. Don't even watch that unless it's like motivational, or unless, like, you know, you're doing it to like change your, you know, kind of manipulate your own mind. Unless you're doing it for those purposes, like then that's okay. But if you're doing it to just like sit on your ass and waste time, like, stop. Like, don't do that. Like, what are you doing? You're wasting time. Another thing, stop wasting time. Stop. Look, there's a time and a place for everything. I genuinely believe that. Everything, there's a time and a place for it. I guarantee you, if you become successful, whatever you would waste your time on before will still be there. It will still be there. I guarantee it. If you like watching a specific YouTuber, for example, but let's say they're not really motivational, or they're not really like, you know, maybe they don't really inspire you to do anything or anything like that, right? Well, go do the thing that does inspire you. Go do the thing that you do want to do in order to make yourself successful. Because I guarantee you that YouTuber will still be there. And if anything, you could start binge watching all of their videos from like when you stopped watching till now. Like it's even better. It's like an investment. You're waiting for like all these videos to be out, and then bam, you know, once you're successful, you have all the time in the world to watch all those videos. You know, you could spend like a whole week watching them. Who cares? You're successful. So don't, and same thing with like TikTok. Like, okay, yeah, you're gonna miss out on watching some trends. Who cares? With TikTok now, it's like there's a new trend every week. There's like a new trend every day now. So who cares? It really doesn't matter. You're gonna miss out on something that's only gonna be relevant for like 2 days. Like, doesn't matter. What is gonna be relevant and what is gonna stick around for more than 2 days is your success. That's gonna stick around till you die. So worry about that. Worry about that instead of worrying about like, oh, you know, so and so on TikTok is so funny, and so and did you see this video about that? And dude, it doesn't matter. Who cares? It is what it is, you know. Like it's gonna pass just like everything else, you know. Like, anyways, like that's really all I had to say. You know, just listen to those stories of the people that you think you want to be like and that are successful. Like, listen to their stories, man, and just think about like what did they do that you're not doing right now to get to that success. And I think that'll answer all the questions you need to that should answer all the questions and doubts that you have about should I get started, you know. Like, and should I get started is a stupid question, you know. I'll tell you right now, whenever teachers said like, oh, there's no such thing as stupid questions, no, that's not true. Because if you're gonna sit there and ask, should I do this? Should I do this thing that's gonna make me successful? That's a stupid question. That's a really dumb. And if you don't know why that's a stupid question, I mean, then you have bigger problems. But like, you should always not have to ask, oh, this thing that's gonna make me successful, should I do it? No. Yes, of course you should do it. Of course you should put your time and effort into the things that you love and care about and that you're passionate about. Like, yeah, I mean, like, okay, these videos, I didn't ask somebody, oh, do you think I should make these videos? No, I asked myself. If anything, I was like, hey, do you want to make these videos, like, you know, hopefully inspire some people, you know, like maybe share your story a little bit, and you know, it'd be cool, like, you know, maybe when you have kids, like, they could watch this and be like, oh, that's what dad was like dad, you were kind of a goofball. And then it's like, oh yeah, you know, I was whatever, but like, you know, I had a cool story, you know. And they're like, yeah, I guess so, you know. But whatever, like, I didn't ask anybody. I didn't ask, oh, do you think this will be a good idea? Oh, do you think this will make me successful? No, I didn't care about that. I cared about, like, you know, documenting my journey. I cared about you know, if at all, hopefully reaching people that I can hopefully inspire and changing people's lives. Because like, I don't think there's enough people out there trying to change people's lives in a positive way. Like, nah, it's just not happening. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this segment of the video. As you can see, the sun is coming up a lot more. Yeah, I think by the end of the week, 6 o'clock might be like sunrise. Actually, it might already be 6 o'clock. Let me see. Oh yeah, 6 a.m. is sunrise. I mean, it looks like the sun's more than up already, but hey, I mean, what do I know? Let's see, the temperature is gonna be, oh my goodness, 100 degrees. Actually, it'll probably be more than that. Well, that's not cool. Anyways, I'm gonna hop in the gym now. We're gonna get like this nasty workout in. We got chest and tries today, so we are going to hit that hopefully pretty hard and hopefully get some like posing in or something. I don't know, it depends. Like I said, because a lot of the posing ends up getting like repetitive, and like I feel like, you know, there's not really any point in me like doing the same exact like lesson every single week. But I mean, I guess I could if I come up with like any new ideas or anything like that. But aside from that, I need to get inside, so meet y'all in there really quick before going inside. I mean, just look at this absolutely beautiful sky. Wow. Anyways, let's go hit that workout. Alright, so we're gonna try and get a flat bench, but for right now we're gonna warm up with decline. So decline is good for building lower chest, but in this case we're just using it to warm up. So we're gonna hit a set with just the bar and then 25s most likely. So, for anybody wondering what I listen to, it's just music like this. Hopefully I got that. Anything with a lot of bass, good for the gym. Each thump of the bass is good for each rep, you know? That's why you need a lot of it. Also, the deeper the bass, the better. More motivating. Life is like a video game, and music gives you a 10% strength increase. My water tastes funny, so I'm gonna go refill it. Alright, gotta warm up the back, or stretch out the back with this. So I just got a compliment from a gentleman saying well, he was asking like if I upload videos and stuff like that, and I told him, I was like, yeah, I upload videos. I'm just documenting my journey to success, and he was like, let me do this. Look at that. Aha. And he was just like, oh, like, what do you, he's like, he asked like a couple questions, and I was just like, yeah, like, answered the questions. I think he asked like high school I went to, and like, if I do any sports or anything like that. So yeah, he was like, yeah, just keep it up. It's like, he's like, keep following your dream. Don't stop. And I was like, yeah, it's absolutely what I preach every day. And then, yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. It was good to know, like, sometimes people recognize when like you're doing good things, and they'll compliment you on that. I think that's probably a very genuine guy, and I'm sure he probably views life very similar to me, maybe. So yeah, let's go see if maybe the bench is open now. All right, gonna hit this last set of warm-ups. Alright, looks like bench is open. Alright, here bench. And still gonna hit a warm up with just the bar. But let me see, turn this a little bit. There we go. Alright. So today I have to be done around 7, I guess. It's like 6:17 right now. But luckily today is like a little bit of a shorter workout. It's just 2 muscle groups, not 4 not like 3 muscle groups like it is on Mondays. But tomorrow, however, it will be it'll definitely be a longer day in the gym. But just hit this set. So there's a lot of things about these morning workouts that remind me of when I was in high school, middle school and high school. And one of those things is waking up at 5 a.m. So I have a home gym, right? So it's something my dad put together. And ever since I can remember, we had a full home gym, and I'm not even joking about that. Over the years, he's obviously collected some more things for the gym. We've gotten more plates, and just different things like that. So so back in middle school and high school, there was a lot of times where I had to wake up at 4 or 5 a.m., whether it was for wrestling tournaments, whether it was for getting through the workout before I go to school, just different times like that where that's what I was doing with my mornings, like while everybody else was still asleep, I'd be running a mile, and then I'd go hit, and then I'd come back home, get a workout, and that's the kind of training I was doing. And just waking up at 5 in the morning, coming to the gym, definitely reminds me about that. But as well as the guy that complimented me, he told me that he's here with his nephew, and they're here at the same time as me. They're here. I think they might have even gotten here like a little bit before me. But same difference. They're here in the morning, 5 a.m. working out. It is summer right now, so he probably doesn't have school, but he's still here. Maybe he's got summer school, maybe he's like trying to get ahead. Who knows? I didn't really ask, but he's maybe got other things going on that's affecting why he's coming here at 5 in the morning. But if it's strictly because he wants to get his nephew in here early and like train his nephew, like, hey, you got to wake up early for the things that you want, then smart guy. Definitely as a young man, your life has to be hard if you want to be a successful man. You have to have difficulties. People are going to tell you, oh, it's okay to like take the easy route or whatever. No, it's not okay. As a young man, it's not okay. If you want to become a man, you got to do manly things, and manly things hurt. Manly things aren't comfortable. Manly things are, they're not fun. But afterwards, you're stronger for it, better for it. So that's something to keep in mind, everybody. Alright. Got 225 on here. Gonna try to hit two reps, I think. We'll see. I'm not feeling too bad today. Feeling pretty good. So we'll try. We'll see. Felt a little bit sloppy. That's okay. We're gonna make up for it at the chest machine. All right, so chest machine is currently occupado at the moment. So we're just gonna hit some dumbbell press or dumbbell chest, and then once it opens up, we'll head on over there. So I got 55s here. Depending on how it feels, I'll probably go to 65s, but right here is mainly just to keep my chest warm while I wait for the chest machine. And yeah, if it feels pretty light, it feels like I could hit like a full set of like 65s, I'll move up after this one to hitting 65s. Well, we have to hit this one first to see how it feels, so it's just... Okay. So those felt a little too light. Felt like if I kept hitting those, I was gonna actually cool off. So went up to 65s so that I can, maybe actually feel something. Just gonna check back in once I'm at the chest machine. All right, so we're here at a chest machine. It wasn't the chest machine that I wanted to use, but it's fine because we're running out of time, and sometimes it's better to do something rather than nothing. So we're gonna hit this. Just hit it hard, Gonna go up to by 25s. Gonna go to 2 plates. Alright, got like 15 minutes left, so I'm gonna hit like one more set of this, just try to really focus on squeezing my muscles, and then move on to triceps and try to hit at least 2 sets of that. triceps. Let's go. All right, here, triceps. Gonna do a couple different exercises. First one is we're gonna use this bar. This is gonna be my second time doing this specific tricep exercise, but I did it once, felt the burn pretty good, but I kind of felt the burn in one spot of my tricep. So that's why I also have this rope one right here, as well as I'm also gonna do one, hopefully if I have the time, without any of the attachments and just grabbing onto the right here. Just kind of grabbing onto it right here. Yeah, this one's pretty good. I feel this one does target the muscle pretty good. So we'll do a couple of these. So you know what? I'm actually just gonna do like a combination set, like one right after another, essentially. So, yeah, that's going to be very effective. My triceps are first set with lightweight. Feeling good already. So we're going to go back to the other bar. Next set we're going to go up by one notch, and then yeah, maybe just hit 3 sets. Alright, so last set, move my sleeves a little bit just so you can kind of see the tricep a little bit better. So I have it set to 60 pounds right now. Again, we're using the same 2 attachments as before. So hopefully you can see the muscle activation pretty well. Okay, so I'll have to say that was pretty much me going to failure right there. I don't even think I hit 12. At a certain point I just stopped counting and I was like, I just need to feel this burn. So hopefully anyways, all right, so I'm gonna have a little bit of time to do like some posing, but honestly, I don't think I'm gonna do posing today, only because I don't really have anything new to really explain about the poses. All I'd really be doing is just explaining it in another way, which I mean is fine, I guess, but I feel like that's just gonna get repetitive. Anyways, so I'm thinking that's gonna be where I wrap up this video. So appreciate anybody for watching. As always, we do the best we can, put in 110% effort, and
I was just checking to make sure I was recording. I forgot if I clicked record or not, but I did. So, actually, did I? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate you, anybody, for tuning in. Tomorrow I have back, biceps, and shoulders. So, I'm gonna have to hopefully, hit it rather quickly, but hopefully I could get in here quicker. I'm gonna try to be like out the door and on my way here to the gym sooner. That way I can start the recording sooner. But other than that, have an amazing day. Put in 110% effort today, and go to sleep knowing that you did everything you could to get closer to your dreams and your goals. Peace.